KidNuz fans, tired of advertisements? We get it, but we also have to keep the lights on. There's a way around them, though. Parents can join Starglow Plus on Apple Podcasts or at starglowmedia.com/subscribe to ditch the commercials and unlock access to future bonus episodes and other exclusive content from the Starglow Media Network. That's Starglow Plus on Apple Podcasts or at starglowmedia.com/subscribe. Now, on to the news.
Good morning and welcome to a special edition of KidNuz. I'm Tori. Today is Monday, April 1st, 2024. For us, and maybe for you, this is spring break week. So instead of current events, we've created 5 best of episodes, one for each day. Today is all about cool kids doing cool things. And we begin with an 11-year-old reporter giving professional sports journalists a run for their money. Jeremiah Fennell from Las Vegas all but stole the show at the Super Bowl's opening night festivities, conducting professional caliber interviews with the likes of Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and George Kittle. Jeremiah told the NFL Network he started his broadcasting career at age 7 because he wasn't able to play sports due to some medical issues, adding, "I started my YouTube channel, and yes, I do think I can keep this as a career because I do still love the sport and do know a lot about it." If the rave reviews from fans and media professionals are any indication, he may be right. The NFL posted, "Jeremiah Fennell is about to become your new favorite reporter." And broadcasters chimed in, "Mr. Steal My Job." We'll see him on Sundays in 12 years. And give this 11-year-old an Emmy. What a pro. He's 16 and defying all medical odds. Hunter Moore was born with cerebral palsy, a health condition that impacts muscles, movement, and posture. Among Hunter's biggest challenges were a significantly underdeveloped left arm and leg, and doctors at the time told his parents his future was bleak. But the proud Texan was having none of that. He worked super hard to improve his fitness and recently came in first place in a bodybuilding competition. Hunter told KidNuz he used his early prognosis as motivation.
The doctor said when I was little that I would never walk or talk, and I'd be living with my parents in a wheelchair my whole life. And hey, I proved them wrong. So the message I would like to give is to never let someone tell you you can or can't do something, and to always go after your dreams. Prove them wrong.
The teen is also the long snapper on his high school football team, wants to study marine biology, and someday become an inspirational speaker. One of the people he's already inspired? Fellow bodybuilder, politician, and actor Arnold Schwarzenegger, who on social media recently called Hunter "my man." A tale of teenage heroism from the island of Barbados, where vacationing 13 and 14-year-old Canadian girls, one of whom is an Olympic swimming hopeful, rescued a British couple from a riptide. No lifeguards were on duty, so it was up to Emma Basserman and Zoe Ireland Mecklenseck to use a boogie board to pull the struggling victims to shore. The woman they saved told the Washington Post, "I just can't get over how serene and poised they both were. What an example for other people. They were like a couple of angels on that beach." According to Global News, the Quebec Life-Saving Society planned to honor both Emma and Zoe for their courage. A 13-year-old from Oklahoma accomplished a historic human first by triumphing over Tetris. On December 21st, Willis Gibson of Stillwater advanced so far in the original Nintendo version that it froze, beating a game considered, until that moment, unbeatable. Artificial intelligence had achieved the feat, but until this teenager came along, never a person. Willis has since gotten a lot of publicity. The creators of Tetris even surprised him and nearly left him speechless during a Zoom call with NBC News. But breaking records and making headlines doesn't necessarily get you a pass from helping out around the house. According to the New York Times, when its reporter called for an interview, he had just finished emptying the dishwasher. An Iowa teen is taking a fresh approach to feeding the hungry. 17-year-old Lauren Schroeder was volunteering at a food bank a few years ago when she realized all the donated vegetables came in cans and boxes with nothing fresh or green. So Lauren decided to plant a garden on her family's farm in Dixon and, according to the Washington Post, has harvested enough in the past 2 years to donate 7,000 pounds of produce, including enough tomatoes to make nearly 300 batches of spaghetti sauce. Lauren had raised rabbits and lambs in 4-H, but never plants, especially on a large scale. I had to water every day, Lauren said. It took about 2 or 3 hours before or after softball practice. Lauren's siblings help her pull weeds, box, load, and transport the vegetables to charities about 20 miles from her home. She says she's happy to do it because everyone deserves to have something healthy to eat. Still to come, a middle schooler whips up a winning science project with life-saving potential. But first, today's KidNuz quiz. A 16-year-old with cerebral palsy came in first place in what kind of competition? Bodybuilding. A teen from Oklahoma accomplished a historic human first by triumphing over what? Tetris. How much fresh produce has a 17-year-old donated from her own garden? 7,000 pounds. 2 Canadian girls rescued tourists from a riptide in the waters off what island? Barbados. In our KidNuz Kicker, what's better than a smoke detector? A 12-year-old from San Jose, California may have just invented the answer. Shania Gill of Miller Middle School won the Thermo Fisher Junior Innovators STEM Challenge, a $25,000 prize, and the chance to scale up her idea for a fire detection system that triggers before there's a lot of smoke. It uses a thermal imaging device to detect heat and can differentiate between people moving around horizontally and something like flames or smoke moving vertically. If something's hot for 10 minutes and no humans are nearby, the system sends an alert. According to the Good News Network, Shania plans to improve on her award-winning concept by adding a smartphone app, better algorithms, and a camera. Before we go, a shout out to our terrific KidNuz teachers, Mrs. Holmes and her respectful, responsible Huskies at Hicks Canyon in Irvine, California, Ms. Solomon and her Rams at Riverdale in Port Byron, Illinois, and Ms. Mickle and Mrs. Bryson and their Grizzlies at Northwoods in Cook, Minnesota. Thanks for listening. We hope you have a great day and tune in for another Best of Spring Break podcast on the topic of science tomorrow morning.